Good morning. We are here live on Twitch for MLB The Show 26 with your Seattle Mariners. So we are about to. So we're gonna. I'm looking at the schedule for right now, and we're kind of at a point where, at least, at least for the next handful of games, I don't have the exact number in front of me because, well, you know, um, I don't have the exact number in front of me, but anyway, let me go back to the schedule. So I am in the middle of a series. We're on the road to face the Nationals. Then we're playing Baltimore and Boston at home. Um, I've looked at the schedule. I've looked at the records, and it's not like these teams are, you say, world beaters. I mean, they're teams that, frankly, they're teams that suck. So I'm thinking about, uh, I'm thinking about player locking for the next, for the next couple of, for the next three series, for Washington, Baltimore, and Boston, going all the way up to Pittsburgh. Um, it's just, it's easier. I mean, I can get through games faster. And yeah, so we're gonna play our lock. Um, we're not gonna play our lock with pitchers. I'm that I'm gonna let that be known right now. I'm not player locking with pitchers because I just, I'd rather let the pitchers do what they got to do. We'll player lock with a position player, DH. We'll swap it around. You know, hell, we may even go down to the minor leagues and go look at some prospects in the minor leagues at some point. If this, if we have schedules where if we have points where we're looking at bad teams, if I've got a prospect that's on a tear somewhere, maybe we go down to AAA or AA and go look at a prospect and say, hey, this is what our future looks like. I mean, we'd still cover the big club, but we look at our prospects and go, hey, this is what our prospects look like for the future. I mean, hell, I've got just swapping over to the AAA calendar. I've got Kane Anderson, who's going to make a start uh, on the 13th of June against the Albuquerque Isotopes. I'm thinking you know, maybe we drop in and check him out. Maybe we drop him with a player lock episode for him and check him out. I mean, the pro it's yeah, there are too many there are too many places that we can go. So I mean, we've got Ryan Sloan's on our big league club. I mean, we may go down to AAA and check out Colt Emerson and Cade Anderson at some point and check them out. See what we're looking at for that. Michael Arroyo, he's still on the injured list, but he may be somebody that we might go take a look at him at some point and go, hey, he's looking pretty good because I mean he's already made a jump by 1%, by one overall. He jumped up from 67 where he started the year to 68. His arm accuracy, arm strength, everything for his bunting and his durability and his discipline have gone up. you know, a lot of his stuff has moved up incrementally, but it's moved up to the point where, you know, maybe we take a look at him and we see what we're looking at. So, I mean, it's a possibility. I'm just, okay, that's new. We didn't used to be the #1 farm system. That is definitely new. It that used to belong to the Oh wow, okay. That used to belong to the Pirates. The Pirates used to be the #1 farm system. Now we are. Interesting. Not what I expected. Not what I expected. I didn't even really notice until just now. So yeah, I mean, there's a good chance we may. Okay, there's a chance we may decide to just jump in and do different things because just running with the big club, especially with these sets of games coming up with Washington, Baltimore, and Boston, teams are kind of. I mean, like with the Nationals, they're in last place in their division. You really want to sit down, just kind of like, eh. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. So we're gonna play our lock. We're gonna play our lock for game 1, where we're gonna stay up on the big club. So we're gonna play our lock. We're gonna play our lock. Game 1, it'll be Josiah Gray against Logan Gilbert. We're going to play our lock with we're going to play our lock with Cody Clemens in right field. So, all right, so we're doing a player lock episode. We're going to be player locking with Cody Clemens as we face the Nationals. Gilbert versus Josiah Gray in this
Live
round
from
in this
Nationals
game
Park
1
in
matchup.
Washington, D.C. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Seattle Mariners and the Washington Nationals. John Sciambi alongside Chris Singleton, taking a look at today's starter, who's been going through a bit of a rough patch lately. His recent outings haven't exactly gone as planned, Singy.
Yeah, he hasn't looked himself out there, Boog, and normally he's got that fastball popping the catcher's mitt and the slider darting, but lately hasn't had great command. A couple of good innings might be all it takes to get him back on.
All right, so we're going to jump into this.
First pitch coming your way
We're
next.
here at Nationals Park in Washington, D.C. Josiah Gray will take the mound.
How about a report on
13 starts. He's 5-5, 69 innings pitched, 4.17 ERA, 158 WHIP, 80 K, 26.1%, but an 11.7 on the walk rate. So we're in the top of the first. We got a runner on. We got 2 outs.
It's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough.
Clemens watches that one
Cody Clemens
for a ball.
At the plate and takes high there.
Clemens, of course, he was picked up in a trade with Minnesota earlier this year, and that one is hit out the left center.
And that's the third
and that one's going to get caught.
So
nothing's going to come across.
Walks in the inning, and now the Nats get their first opportunity.
But
there's no score.
We get on the board, or we get the first half of the first inning done, and we'll go to the bottom of the first.
So 2 down. Cody Clemens.
We'll move to the top of the third. Cody Clemens on the mound, or on the bump. At the plate. Mariners are up 1-0, 2 outs, and Clemens golfs this one to left, but it's caught. We go to the bottom of the third, and Seattle is up 1-0, coming off with 2 hits.
And the Nationals nothing. One down. Keibert Ruiz getting
Keibert
ready to hit.
Ruiz. We're in the bottom of the third with 1 out, 2-2 count, and Clemens is in right. This
Now
one's
here's
hit
a
by
flare off the
Ruiz.
bat, and it
It's
stays
gonna
fair.
drop. Clemens is gonna
And the tying
make
run
the
is
throw
on
into
base.
the infield. Hold
He went up
Ruiz
there
to
and
a
got
single.
2 strikes. I'm not going to
But
leave
he's got
this
a
in the
tying
umpire's
run.
hands. I'm going to be aggressive. It was in a location where you could get those arms extended that he loves to do. So nice
A
job
good
right
hit.
there, coming back in that at bat.
It stayed fair just long enough to hit the ground to go fair, and then, ended up
So up
rolling
next,
foul.
Cody Clemens.
We're in the top of the sixth now. It is 1-0 Seattle. Clemens is 0 for 2 on the day. And he's going to line that one to first, and
Mariners
that's
go
going to be
down
the final
quietly
out.
there, but they hold a 1-0 lead.
So we still have a 1-0 lead at the top of the order. Comes up. Nunez, Wood, and Abrams come to the plate.
So 2 down.
And
CJ
Abrams
down.
is up. We're in the bottom of the sixth with 2 outs. And we're in the outfield.
Swings
That
and lines one towards the gap, and that
hit
gets
towards
down
the
into
gap.
the
It's
gap.
going to get
Takes
down.
the turn. He's digging for
And
second.
they
The throw
get it,
in, and the
throw it
tying
in,
runs at
and
second base with a double.
So
Abrams
much of good
gets a
hitting
2-out
is finding
double.
holes in the defense. That's why you're always thinking line drive into the gap. Those kinds of swings really boost your confidence. Now a pretty big at bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Cody
All right,
Clemens.
so we're still up
0 for
1-0.
3
We've
in
gone
this
to
one.
the 9th inning. Clayton Better is on the mound.
In
And
the
Clemens
air,
is
left
going to
field.
laser that to left, but it's going to drop.
Slides it on the run.
It's in for an out.
Pitch and 1 out.
We've got 1 out. We got a runner on first. And, James Wood made that catch. We got Andres Munoz is on the mound. It's 1-0. Luis Garcia is at the plate. Luis Garcia is at second. Dylan Cruz is at the plate. He's 1 for 3. Let's go ahead and jump in here
runner
and
at second,
see what happens.
Dylan Cruz digging in for the Nationals.
Tying runs at second with 2 outs. 1-2
This could
count.
end it.
Munoz
And that's a
got the
strikeout
K.
booking.
Mariners
That ends
get the
ball
win here in
The
game
tying
number
run
1.
left stranded at second.
Well, this
Logan
was all
Gilbert
about
will
the
get
pitching
his-
and defense. Outstanding
will get
job
his
of the pitchers,
victory.
really attacking hitters,
And,
trusting what the catcher was putting down, and trusting the
keep
players
going.
standing behind him to make the plays defensively. Sometimes you want to see a high-scoring game, but
So
sometimes
Gilbert
you can
goes to
appreciate
7-5.
the artistic beauty
Gray
of what
falls
these
to
pitchers
5
did
and
on the mound
6.
today.
Andres
1-0
Munoz
the
gets his
final.
10th
For
save.
Chris Singleton and our entire crew here
Mariners
at MLB
win
The
game
Show.
1 of this
Thanks for
series,
stopping
1-0.
by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.
Nationals got 6 hits, but the Mariners only get 3. But one run comes across on those 3 hits. That was back in the 2nd inning. That would have been Luke's hitting a single to right, and Naylor coming across to score. That was it. So again, Nationals lose game 1, 1-0. Mariners get the win. Logan Gilbert named player of the game, and we will move on. And we are going to we're going to move on. We're going to move on down to AAA here for a little bit. As you know, game 2, it's going to be George Kirby and Jake Irvin. But like I said, we're going to move down to AAA, and we are going to check out the Mariners' number 3 prospect overall, that being Cade Anderson. And while we're here, we're also going to check out the number 2 prospect, Colt Emerson. But we're going to start with Cade Anderson. So we're gonna jump in here. We're gonna do a player lock, and we're gonna jump in, and we're gonna check out the lefty, Cade Anderson. Colton Emerson will be leading it off at short. So we're going to check him out. We're also going to check out a couple of our other
Live
prospects,
from
but
the world-renowned Ship It Stadium, some
we're
AAA
down here in
baseball in the
AAA.
Pacific Coast League coming your way. It's the Albuquerque Isotopes and the Tacoma Rainiers. First pitch coming your way next.
So we're looking at Colorado's AAA team and our AAA team. So should be interesting.
Just about ready to roll here. And
Anderson has made 5 appearances so far. He's 1 for 1, 25 innings pitched, 396, 140 whip, 32 Ks, 29.6, and 9.3 on the walk rate. So, man can throw strikes.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Jose Torres.
Well, Jose Torres will lead it off. And let's see what Cade Anderson has got.
Underway.
Middle inside.
That one in there,
That one.
and it's 0-2. With
Wow.
2 straight strikes on the inner half of the plate, that leaves the batter vulnerable away. Maybe something off
That
speed.
one's
In the air,
fouled.
right field.
Hit in the
And
right field, but
it's
it was
foul.
foul.
Low inside.
We're looking at 0-2 count again. And that one is
And there's one down.
line to second for our first out.
Edouard Julien, the next to hit. One of the stars in yesterday's win, has 3 hits at the plate.
High outside.
One out and the base is empty.
Low outside.
Late on that
Four-seam
fastball.
fastball.
He must have been sitting
High
on something
inside.
off speed.
We're looking at a 0-2 count as Anderson
Swings and misses.
gets the K.
That's 2 quick outs here in the top of the first tonight.
And we got our second
So
out.
digging in, Brett Sullivan. Not getting the desired results at the plate recently. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
That one's down for a ball. Sullivan's hitting 265 right now, 739 OPS, 2 homers, 13
2 outs, base is
RBI.
empty.
And here we go.
Hard contact.
Golfs this one
driven
into
deep to
right. It
Back there, and
is,
it's out of here.
oh, a homer.
Made them
As
pay for that one.
unfortunately,
And they grab
Brett
the lead.
Sullivan
It's
takes the
1-0.
early lead with a launch
And
ball.
next, the cleanup hitter, Cole
High
Carrick.
inside.
Homered last night. Added another hit as well. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
So Albuquerque takes the early lead with the homer. And Cole Craig
Four-seam fastball.
is
Low
up.
outside.
Sliced hard,
And
but
that one's
foul.
fouled off.
Four-seam
Count goes
fastball.
to 0-2.
Middle inside.
0-2. Here comes the fastball from Anderson.
Next
It's-
one's popped in the air
He
into
gets
right.
under it,
Bliss
hits it
settles underneath
to
it.
Bliss,
Gets
and that
there.
will be
Got it.
out number 3. So the Isotopes get a homer, get a run off of a homer, and take an early 1-0 lead as we will, well, we'll move on to the top of the second. We'll see what the
This
score
broadcast
is.
is brought to you by Montresor Basement Design.
Chad
Written by Brick. They'll help you
Stevens is
secure
coming to
what's
the plate.
important. Top half of the second from Tacoma.
And
Drops it
he
down the third base
drops a
line,
bunt,
and
but
it
it's
goes
foul.
just foul.
Low middle.
Stevens batting 5th today. Usually a shortstop, but today starts at 3rd.
And he got a hold of that
And
one,
leadoff
hits
hitter
it into the outfield for a single. And
It's been a
Stevens
tough
gets
one at the
on.
plate for him lately. He
On
needed
base.
that base hit. Good job to stay back on that one and not roll over on it. Let it get deep in the zone, then drop the bat head on it and ripped it
That
the
one's
other
in
way
for a
knock.
strike.
Sterling Thompson stands in now and watches strike 1.
Thompson hitting 238, 2 homers, 5
Low inside.
RBIs. Yeah, very.
Right back to the mound. Could be an easy double play. 1 away.
We're gonna take the
Stepping to the plate
we're gonna
for
take the throw at
Albuquerque, TJ
first because
Rumfield.
that throw to second would have
Low
been
middle.
not happening.
Slider. Low middle.
That one's in for a
Middle
strike.
outside.
Hit hard on a
That
line.
one's hit hard,
Out number 2.
but it's caught. Out number 2, so we've got a runner at second, 2 outs.
Now it's the right fielder, Benny Montgomery.
Benny Montgomery coming to the plate.
Middle inside.
On the ground to
He
first.
hits that one to first. The first baseman
Rayleigh
takes it to
steps
the
on
bag.
And that
So-
ends the inning.
2 innings in the books for the Isotopes. 1 run off of 2 hits. We have a hit of our own. Score is 1-0 as we'll get ready to enter the third with
Top
Kate
half, third
Anderson.
inning. Digging in for the Isotopes, Drew
Still
Avens.
1-0
fastball.
as Drew
High
Avens
inside.
comes to the plate.
Four-seam
Watches that fastball.
High inside.
He hits that one
Runner
back
aboard
through
on
the
the leadoff
infield.
single.
That's going to be a double. Nope, they held it to a single. I thought it was going to be a
That
double
one
looking
might
at
as
his
well have been
speed,
placed
but
on a tee right
Wow.
down the middle, a hitter's dream and a pitcher's nightmare. And we'll see if his speed becomes a factor now that he's on
goes
first.
in as
Torres,
we're back
batting
to the
for
top of the
second
order.
time, and that's strike 1.
Torres flew out to open the game.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
He got a hold of that one, but fouled it off.
Low inside.
Torres, a third-round pick in 2021.
Changeup. Low inside.
Foul ball, still 0-2.
And that one fouled off as well.
Nobody out and a runner at
Low
first.
middle.
Foul ball, it stays
And
nothing
another
in 2.
foul ball.
Fastball. Middle inside.
Ground ball.
That
left
one
side,
hit on
and
the
it
ground
stays
through
fair.
the infield. And we got runners at first and second
Lead
with
runner holds up
nobody
there at
out.
First and second with nobody out.
And
Back-to-back
Tacoma
base hits.
in a
That's
little bit
base
of
hit
early
he can
trouble.
be really proud of.
Fastball.
Turned on that
High
pitch, but
outside.
still stayed back enough that he didn't yank it foul. Next up, Edouard Julien.
Julian looks at that one for a strike. He struck out in his first appearance.
Slider.
Looking
Low
to,
outside.
make that happen a second time.
Look out, almost got the batter
Ooh,
upstairs.
that one,
That'll back him up a bit.
that one slipped.
Four-seam
He does
fastball.
lead the
High
team,
middle.
an average at 324.
Four-seam
So
fastball. High middle.
1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. This
Ooh,
could be
that
the
one
action
missed
pitch
for a
right here
ball.
with runners on and a hitter's
Four-seam
count.
fastball. Low outside.
And there's a strike on the
that one's
outside
in.
corner.
Count
2
even
strikes
at
on him, and
2.
he's already struck out in
Four-seam
this one.
fastball.
You'd like to see the
High
pitcher
inside.
attack and finish him off.
That
Foul
one's
ball,
fouled
another
off.
2-2 upcoming.
High inside.
First and second here with nobody out. Got the hitter
Got him swinging on that one. Got our first out of the inning.
Brett Sullivan now at the
Brett
plate.
Sullivan.
Already a solo homer in this one.
Changeup.
Well,
Low middle.
oh, hell no. I threw him a changeup and he sent that motherfucker flying. You think I'm going to do it again? You out of your goddamn mind.
And that one hammered. That's
Oh,
pretty
hell,
far
that was
back.
worse.
And it's off the wall. 1 run's in.
Well,
The
we
relay to second,
just
but
gave
he's in
up
there
another
easily.
run.
Well,
Maybe
that's
I
a
should have
big
thrown the
swing of bat,
changeup.
Driving in the run with the
RBI
two-back.
double, and
Smoked that ball
Albuquerque
to right field,
is
and that comes back to the swing he
up
put on
2-0.
it. Clean all the way through, good mechanics. I'm sure he wishes it would have gone over the wall for a dinger, but extra bases are a nice consolation prize. That one finds
was
the
in
zone,
for a
and it's
strike.
0-2. Swings
Got
and
him
misses,
swinging
struck
on that
him out.
one. So Craig goes down.
Coming up to the dish for
Chad
Albuquerque,
Stevens
Chad
is up.
Stevens.
He
And he has
singled in
struggled
his
this year.
first appearance.
Low middle.
With first base open, he doesn't have to really attack this hitter the way
The
he
free
would
agent
if the bases
pickup.
were
Low
loaded.
outside.
2025.
Low outside.
This is the kind of
Ooh, that one's
early
in.
chance you can't let slip away. They have to bring him in from scoring position because you don't know the next time you'll get
1-2
an opportunity
count.
like this.
Got him swinging at the curveball.
Nice job
We give up
controlling the damage out there.
another run, and through 3, the Isotopes are ahead 2-0. Yeah, Anderson
It's the
getting
start
hit
of the
around a
fourth.
little
Stepping
bit.
to the plate for Albuquerque.
So Tacoma
Four-seam fastball. High outside. outside.
So Tacoma gets a run. Let's take a look and see what happened. We got a run in the third inning. It would have been Wilson grounding a single to center, and Emerson came in around to score. So, not bad. So Colt Emerson came around to score, giving us our first run.
Four-seam fastball.
And
High
it's 2-1 here in the fourth inning.
Nope,
And
outside.
that one missed.
Slider. Middle inside.
That one hit on the ground, but
Four-seam
foul.
fastball. High middle.
That one fouled
Four-seam
off.
fastball. High inside.
Here's the 1-2 offering.
Oh, the 1-2.
On the ground.
And another
it's
foul
just
ball.
foul.
Low outside.
Slider
Whoa,
misses
that
away.
out.
Decent movement
Outside
on that slider,
for a
but
ball.
he needs to bring it a
Slider.
little closer to the
Low
plate.
outside.
That one was way outside, and the batter was able to take it more easily. Struck out looking for
Got
the
him with
first
that
K.
one for a K.
Gone leading off the fourth.
So
And here's the first baseman, TJ.
we get a
Rumfield.
first out here in
0
the
for
top
1
of the
so far.
fourth.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
Out towards left center.
This
On
one
the
hit
move
into
to the
left
gap.
center. And that one's
makes the
going to get
catch.
caught for out number 2.
Bases are empty
Now
with 2
batting,
away.
right
And now the
fielder,
right fielder,
Benny
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 Montgomery.
Montgomery.
Grounded out the
Baseball.
first time.
High outside.
That one's up and high for a ball.
Changeup. Low inside.
And they say he
They
went.
said he swung at that one, which, yeah, he did. He tried to hold up, but the holdup was
And a curve
not there.
drops in for a strike. That's a
outside.
beautiful backdoor
Changeup.
breaking ball, and he
Low
had no
outside.
chance at the plate. Great pitch.
And
Ground
that
ball
one's
up
hit
the
up the
middle
middle.
and handles this chance.
Bliss
Play made.
throws
That
it to
ends
first,
the inning.
and that'll win the fourth. Rainiers are down still 2-1 as we go to the bottom of the fourth inning.
We're in the top half of the
Leading
fifth.
things
Digging in
It's
for the
2-1
Isotopes,
still.
Drew
We are in the
Avens.
Four-seam
fifth inning
fastball.
now.
High
Avens,
outside.
29 years old. Most often in
Four-seam
center
fastball.
field, but today
High
starting in left.
outside. Four-seam fastball. High inside.
All one.
That one missed for a ball. Count evens at 1.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
And
Indiana
that one
left center.
is hit into the gap, left center.
Dives, but it kicks
Left
off
fielder
the glove.
dives, but
Around
misses
first and
it.
heading for second.
Dude's going to
Here's
run
the
to
throw.
second,
Not
get
in
in,
time. That's a leadoff
and
double.
leadoff double for Evans. And it looks like, oh, okay, so Billy Knight apparently was the one that got hurt on the play. So,
Sammy Ciani takes over
Yep,
out in
he's
left
out.
after the injury.
Sammy Ciani.
and Sammy Ciani is going
To the
to
top of the order we
take his
go.
place in left
Next up
field.
for the Isotopes, Jose Torres. Runner at second with nobody out. Defense will need to make some plays to avoid allowing that
Slider.
run.
Middle outside.
That one ripped.
That
but
one
fouled.
fouled off.
Low inside.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. And a swing
Swung
and a
and
miss.
missed at the curve.
Not what the offense was
Another
looking for
K
after a leadoff
for
double, the strikeout,
Anderson.
and one away now. Coming up to the dish for
Slider.
Albuquerque,
Middle
Edouard
outside.
Julien, 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And a big swing and a
Ooh,
miss.
got him to swing
That's
at
one
that
of the
one.
hardest
Inside.
pitches for a batter to handle, especially a lefty. Big,
He hit that one on the
rate,
ground.
And it keeps bending
Runner
away
goes
from you.
back to
and plenty
second.
of time to
We
first.
get our second out.
Stepping to the plate for Albuquerque, Brett
Sullivan
Sullivan.
is up. He's
RBI
2
knocked
for
the last
2.
time up, and now a chance to
Outside.
drive in another run.
Yeah, no.
Four-seam
We're in the
fastball.
top of the fifth
Low
inning.
inside.
Runner at second, 2 down. Right through there for a
Ooh,
strike.
that one in for a strike.
Fights that one
Sullivan's
away. The
fouled
count
that one
remains
off.
0-2.
Here comes the change.
And a
Sullivan
swing and a miss.
swings and misses.
Picks up the 7th strikeout of the ball game.
Isotopes go down. We got 7 Ks for Anderson. It's 2-1 going into the bottom of the 5th.
Top of the 6th,
And
stepping
we're in the
Cole
6th
Perry.
inning. Still 2-1.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
Anderson at 63 pitches right now.
First pitch misses.
Be interesting
ball
to
1.
see what the leash for
Four-seam
Anderson
fastball.
is.
Low outside. Four-seam fastball. Low outside.
Hit in the air, right field.
Craig lines this to
Under.
right. He is.
And a quick out.
He's
number
their
1.
number 9
Bases
prospect
empty, 1 away.
for
Digging
Colorado.
in for the Isotopes, Chad Stevens.
Four-seam fastball. High middle.
Oh, and
Four-seam
then for a
fastball.
strike.
High middle.
And
Swing
he
lifted to
golfs
left field.
this one to left, but it's going to get
And
caught.
there's 2 down.
And we got 2 outs.
So 2 out. And now the DH, Sterling Thompson.
Sterling Thompson
Changeup. Low outside.
at the plate. And the first pitch from Anderson
That one fouled
is
off.
fouled
Four-seam
off.
fastball.
I don't think he was looking for the Thompson, a first-round pick back in 22
Four-seam
for
fastball.
the
High
Rockies.
inside.
That's off the mark.
That
Ball
one missed for a ball.
Slider. Middle outside.
Way out front
And
for strike
swung
2.
and
Great time to go to the
strike
slider.
2.
He was clearly sitting fastball, which made his swing just a hair too early. Now he's got to
That
protect
one
with 2
fouled
strikes.
off.
High outside.
1 and 2. Here's the pitch. This one in the
And
air.
that
center
one hit
field.
into center.
Makes a
And
nice
it
running
got
catch.
caught. 6 innings in the books for the Isotopes. They are still ahead 2-1 as we go to the bottom of the 6th for the Rainiers. And then we'll be up for the top of the 7th to see what we're looking at.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th inning, and we have a new pitcher
So
on the
6
mound.
innings is what
Zubueta.
Anderson gets.
Coming into a game trailing by
Zubula
a small margin, and so his job
is
will
coming
be to
in.
keep it with
And that'll be it. The Isotopes
3-2
will end up
final
getting the
score in this
win,
one.
3-2.
Thanks for dropping by and joining me and our wonderful crew here on
So,
the show. I'm Ben
Anderson
Gelman.
had
Talk to
a-
you soon.
I'd say he had a decent run. I mean, Seth Halverson gets the victory. Yusa Zubala gets the loss, his 7th. Winton Herrera gets his 20th save. The Isotopes take a 3-2 lead in the series. Other than what we gave up early with Anderson, it wasn't a bad performance. I mean, it wasn't a completely bad performance. I don't know if I'd bring him up maybe in September to give kind of like just to see what we've got maybe, but again, that depends on if he's on the 40 man, because I don't even remember if he is or not. I don't think he is, so that may be another issue altogether. So Gabriel Hughes, who started the game for the Isotopes, goes 4 1/3, 6 hits, gave up a run, walked 3, struck out 4. Jeff Criswell goes 2/3 of an inning, strikes out 1. Carson Palamuis goes 2/3 of an inning, give up a hit, walks 2, strikes out 1. Seth Halverson goes an inning and a third, 2 hits, 1 run, it was earned. John Berea goes an inning, gives up a hit. And then Willamette Herrera goes an inning, gives up a hit, walks 2, but walks out with his 20th save. As a team, they gave up 11 hits, 2 runs, all of them earned, walked 7 and struck out 6. For the Rainers, Cade Anderson goes 6. He gives up 6 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned, and strikes out 7. Yusser Zulada goes an inning and 2/3, gives up 2 hits, 1 run, struck out 2. Carlos Vargas goes an inning and a third, and he strikes out 1. As a team, 8 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned, 10 Ks in the 9 innings pitched. At this point, I would say Cade Anderson probably, if he's not up in September, I think there is a shot that he may come up next year. And it depends on our pitching situation, on like who we keep and what we do, because I don't want to push this kid. It's it would just be a bad idea. So we lose the game 3-2. Brett Sullivan was named the MVP, player of the game. Going 2 for 4 with the homer that pretty much gave them the lead, and then a double that increased that lead. Yeah, I would do that too. So Albuquerque. So we have lost the last 2 games. We lost the first game of the series. We've won games 2 and 3. Like I said, we've lost 2 in a row, and whoa, holy shnikes! Tampa Bay and Detroit have struck a deal. Detroit is going to get back center fielder Theo Gillian, first baseman Xavier Isaac, and third baseman Cooper Fleming. And Detroit is sending Casey Mize, Zach McKinstry, Will Vest, and Tanner Rainey to Tampa. So I would say it kind of looks like the tear down of Detroit might be in the process of happening. Maybe a little early to speak on, but yeah. Oh, Gillian. So let's see. Gillian was a top prospect for Tampa. He now becomes the number 3 prospect for the Tigers. He plays multiple positions. He plays all 3 outfield positions. And he plays every infield position except for third. So, yeah. And considering he jumped from a 64 to a 65, all right, that would be the prize for Detroit. Mize is, let's see. I want to say, what is Mize is... Mize is in the last year of his contract, so it will be interesting to see, does Tampa make a run at trying to re-sign him? Does he hit the free agent market? If he does, who goes after him? Because through 14 games with Detroit, he is 3-4, 68 and 2/3 innings pitched with a 5.54 ERA. He's given up 13 homers, walked 19, struck out 60. He does have a whip of 162. 5 quality starts, though, so maybe a change of scenery will do Casey Mize some good. Maybe it'll allow him to get better. We'll see. I mean, his numbers are good. His controls it at 84. His best pitch is his 2-seam fastball, ratings-wise. It has the most break, but he relies heavily on that fastball, which gets up to 94. I mean, we'll see. Zach McKinstry he actually dropped. He started at an 82. He has dropped to an 80. He plays all three. He plays all over the infield. So that should be a good get for them. He's hitting. God damn it, where's he at? He's hitting 222 with 646 on base plus slugging with 10 stolen bags. He's hitting 280. He has an on base of 288, slugging of 357. I mean, he's not too bad. Let's see, he is in the last year of his contract, but they do have arbitration rights for 2027. It'll be interesting to see. Vest will be a good help out of the bullpen for them. He's under contract for 2 years. He's appeared in 28 games. He's 0-3 with 10 holds. He has a 117 whip with a 352 ERA, 30 strikeouts to 7 walks. So maybe he gets some good run in Tampa. I mean, it'll be interesting to see. So Detroit pulls the trigger, sends out one of their top pitchers in Casey Mize, and essentially gets back a top 35 prospect, guy who will come in at number 3 on Detroit, and Theo Glennon, who plays everywhere but third base. So, and only being 20, so it'll be interesting to see. So Detroit stockpiling that farm system. Interesting. All right, so the final game of the series between the Isotopes and the Rainers. And let's see, hang on a second. We got injured list. So Knight is only expected to be out a day or two. Diagnosed with a bruised leg. Okay, they're saying 1 to 6 days. We'll see. He'll probably come back in the next couple of days. We'll see how that goes. We're gonna go ahead and give me a second. Oh, interesting. Okay. So we are looking at a couple of guys. We are up into the last 3 weeks. I want them to focus on short. Starting pitching and relief pitching. No, you know what? No, not relief pitching. Third base. Oh, actually, fuck. No, make it second. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. That'll work. Alright, so we are going to jump into the final game of the series with the Albuquerque Isotopes. Hang on. There seems to be a... So the Red Sox are bringing up Rami Gonzalez from AAA. So that should be interesting. And then the Diamondbacks are bringing up relief pitcher Justin Martinez. Right. So like I said, we're going to jump in here. Final game of this series. And we are going to player lock with Colton Emerson. I am intrigued to see what he's got. He is our top position prospect. He is number 2 overall on our position board. I'll be going in and we'll be looking at center fielder Johnny Firmello as well at some point.
Live from the
Just kind of get a
world-renowned
good look at what
Stadium,
we're looking
the
at.
show has AAA baseball for you. It's the Albuquerque Isotopes
We are here
and the
in
Tacoma
Tacoma.
Rainiers. Introductions wrapping up down on the field. First pitch just minutes away.
And we will see who will be starting for the Isotopes.
Just about ready to roll.
Never mind.
Today's starting pitcher,
Randy
Dobnak. Here's the info
Dobnik
we've
will
got.
start for
What
the
a great
Rainiers.
job he's
13
done this
appearances,
season
2
limiting
and 2,
right-handed
67
batters, keeping
innings,
their average against him
322,
down below
116,
200. You face so
62
many right-handers
strikeouts
over
with
the
a
course of a season,
22.4
and that means how you perform
and a
against them is
6.5
extra
walk
important.
rate.
Amazing that he's coming out
Albuquerque.
under the Mendoza line. Digging in
Ouch.
for the Rainiers, Colt Emerson.
Albuquerque jumped up to a 3-0 lead early as Emerson takes the plate. He is hitting 185 on the gear
Chopper, right side.
and grounds that one to
Takes
first.
it to first for the out.
That will be
Man on
out
at first.
number
Now the
1.
left fielder, Zach Veen.
He's still with the organization. Interesting. Zach Veen takes the plate. Emerson at short. We got nobody out.
Runner to short. Emerson
And
swings to
we
second.
get-
Not in time at first. It's a
we got the force at second.
Back to the top of the order here.
Emerson comes to the plate. Albuquerque is up 5-0. 2 outs. Runner at second. Emerson at the plate. Got good speed at second. And Emerson is unfortunately going to ground out to second. That's going to be an out. Hitting number 3 is going to be in the books. Isotopes are ahead 5-0 over the Rainiers.
Coming up to the dish for Albuquerque,
Sterling Thompson is coming to the plate. We are in the infield. Bases loaded. 1 out.
On the
That
ground
one
short, could be
is
2.
hit
To
the
second, there's
second.
1. Double play.
We
and
got the
that'll do
double
it for
play. Albuquerque put 2 more runs on the board. Score is 7-0 going into the bottom of the 5th inning here in Tacoma.
To the top of the order we go. And the batter will
We
be
are
the
in
shortstop,
the
Colt
bottom
Emerson.
of the 5th. 2 outs, runners at first and second. And Emerson facing pitcher.
The Isotopes.
Emerson
up big in
is
this
the
game.
number 9
Bottom
MLB
half of the
prospect,
5th.
number 5 shortstop, number 2 in Seattle.
And a
And
high fly
Emerson
out to center.
unfortunately
Avens
hits
under
this
it.
one deep to center,
And makes the
it's going to
catch.
be an out. 5 innings in the books. Isotopes still ahead 7-0. This is wow. This one kind of
Here's the left
sucks.
fielder, Zach Veen.
Zach Veen is up. Runner at second. Nobody out. Troy Taylor
1-2
on the
pitch.
mound. Veen hits this
Swing,
one on the
ground ball out to
ground.
short.
And
Pulls it
throws
off the bat, and he's
offline
safe.
and an error.
Set for the bottom of the 8th.
for Emerson.
Emerson digs in now. Mutual
Emerson,
Consolidated Cow Insurance is a
0-3.
different breed from other cattle insurers. They've got a pedigree that
Albuquerque
goes back
up
more than a
8-1,
century. Once you
and
work with them,
unfortunately
you'll know
Emerson's
that's
going to
no
line
bull.
this one to left.
And there's
That's
one
going to
away.
be an out. And, yeah, we're going to lose this game 10 to probably 1. So the Isotopes will take the series 4-2.
10-1, the final score. I'm Ben Gelman,
Ouch.
and it's been a pleasure having you with us for Minor League Baseball on the show. Thanks for listening.
Ouch. Randy Dobik falls to 2-4. Valentino Belenzo gets his first win of the year. Isotopes win the series 4-2. And yeah, this was this one hurt. This one sucked. Isotopes had 16 hits, 10 runs, 9 RBIs. We committed 2 errors. They had 3 walks and struck out 6 times as a team. Cole Craig, Drew Avant, and Troy Johnston had doubles. TJ Rumfield, Cole Craig, and Benny Montgomery had homers. Rumfield had 3, Craig had 2 RBIs. Avons had an RBI, Zach Veen and Benny Montgomery had 2. Avons was hit by a pitch. Sterling Thompson grounded into a double play. Cole Craig and Troy Johnson each had a stolen base. Sterling Thompson, Drew Avant, and Troy Johnston got caught stealing. The starting pitcher, Pearson Ole, goes 4 innings, gives up 2 hits, struck out 2. Valentin Bellanzolo goes 2 innings, gives up 3 hits, 1 run, and strikes out 1. Jaden Hill, an inning and 2/3, gives up a hit. Jeff Criswell, an inning and a third, and he struck out 3. For the Rainiers, we scored 1 run off of 6 hits. That run ended up being a solo home run by Luke Raley, his 6th of the year, and his 19th RBI of the year. We did not walk. We struck out 6 times as a team. Johnny Fermello had his 3rd double. Raley had his 7th. Emerson and Carson Taylor each committed an error. Randy Dobinick goes 3 innings, gives up 5 hits, 5 runs, walks 1, strikes out 1. Guillermo Zinga goes 2 innings, gives up 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, 1 K. Troy Taylor, 3 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, 4 strikeouts. And then Ryan Lotz goes 2/3 of an inning, gives up 3 hits, 2 runs, none of them earned. And then Yosifer Zuleta goes 1/3 of an inning, 9 innings pitched, 16 hits total, 10 runs, 8 of them earned, 3 walks, and 6 Ks. It was not good. So we lose the series. Rainiers are not looking too good. But, you work with what you got. We have a travel day, and then we will be going on the road to face Salt Lake for 6. Back on the Major Club, we took all 3 games against the Nationals. We won the first game 1-0. That was the 1 run that came across was Naylor, and he went 1 for 4. The RBI was Nathan Lukes. Cal Raleigh got caught stealing. Gilbert went 8 innings, gave up 5 hits, walked 1, and struck out 8. Munoz came in, pitched the 9th, gave up a hit, struck out 2, getting his 10th save. We won game 2, 6-1. George Kirby and Jake Irvin. We had Nathan Lukes and Miles Mastrobuoni each had a double. Rosarena had a triple and a homer. Mastrobuoni had a double and a homer. Rosarena had 2 RBIs. Naylor and Victor Robles each had an RBI, and Mastrobuoni had 2 RBIs of his own. Cole Young and Ligo Rivas stole bases. Cody Clemens and Victor Robles got caught. Kirby goes 8 innings, gives up 6, 1 run, walked 2, 7 strikeouts. Casey Legamina goes an inning and locks it down. That was game 2. Game 3. Final score was 5-3. This one was a little bit tougher. Julio Rodriguez had his 16th double. Donovan had his second triple. Rob Repschneider and Miles Mastrobuoni each had a homer. Rosarena had 2 RBIs. Repschneider had 1. Mastrobuoni had 1. Cole Young had 1. Brendan Donovan had a sac fly. J.P. Crawford and Miles Mastrobuoni each got caught stealing. Castillo goes 7 innings, gives up 3 hits, 3 runs, walked 1, struck out 10. Gabe Spire comes in, gives up a hit and an inning of work, walked 1 and struck out 2. Andres Munoz goes an inning of work, strikes out a guy, gets his 11th save on the year. Herbs goes 4 2/3 in the final start. He's 0-3 on the year. Gave up 6 hits, 2 runs, walked 3, struck out 2. They didn't do that well. So we get the 3-game sweep. All of the clubs are traveling. We are going to go back into the farm system. We're going to go back into AAA. So we got a 3-game series against Baltimore. It'll be Miller, Sloan, and Gilbert. It'll be Kramer in game 1, Povich in game 2. I hate that fucker. And then Trevor Rogers in game 3. So that will be the 3 for Baltimore, for the series against Baltimore. AAA squad, we will be going to Salt Lake. Game 1, it'll be Marcelo Perez pitching. Game 2 will be Dane Dunning. And then Logan Evans will be in game 3. Cade Anderson will get game 4. Randy Dobinick gets game 5. And then game 6, we have not named a starter yet. So we'll see who that ends up being. For game 1 against the Bees, like I said, we're going to... hang on. So Spencer Packard got sent down to high A ball. That means that... So we've had some... And then Victor Lombarda got sent down to double A. So I would assume... All right, let me see here. So the Rays have called up Richie Palencios to the big club. Let me see. So Brendan Davis is on the IL with a fractured shin. They expect him to be out 1 to 6 days. I'm sitting there thinking to myself, fractured shin, really? Okay. Michael Arroyo is still on the IL with a fractured forearm. He's still got 1 to 2 more weeks. So we'll see how that goes. All right, so we will jump into the next. We will go ahead and jump into the next game. Again, we're going to do a player lock. We followed Colton Emerson. He is playing short. He is playing second base in this game. This game, I want to follow Johnny Framello. Framello is the number 87th ranked prospect in the top 100. He is not in our top 20, but he can play all 3 outfield positions. Primarily plays center, can play left and right. I like this kid. He's got a lot of speed. He's got an 83 speed, 65 on the steal, which that's moved up. He's actually moved up from a 63 to a 64. This should be fun. So let's get in here. Let's get into it. We will be following another one of our top prospects, and Johnny Framello, who will be playing right field today. And we'll see how that goes.
And we welcome you to Laughing Mountain Park. Some AAA baseball from the Pacific Coast League on tap for you. It's the Tacoma Rainiers going up against the Salt Lake Bees. We'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about to get started. Starting on the mound in this one, Mitch Ferris, and he likes pitching at home. Better than 3 strikeouts per walk this season, and that's a great sign for his development. It's hard to move up the ladder when you're walking a ton of hitters, and it's hard to win a lot of games when you're clogging the bases. I'm sure they like seeing how he limits traffic on the base paths. So 2 down.
All right,
and now
so
the right fielder, Johnny Farmello.
Framello will take his spot. Tacoma is up 1-0. We got 2 outs. He's the number 5 prospect in Seattle, 87th overall. And he's going to hit this one to the center, and that's going to be a base hit. A 2-out single will keep the second inning moving. And Farmello, of course, a threat to run.
Nice fundamental cut. And we'll
Luke
see if his speed
Raley
becomes
comes
a
to the
factor
plate.
now that
He
he's
is
on first.
0-2.
So up next, Luke Raley. Runner on the move. It's in the dirt, kicks away from the catcher.
Framello just ran to
Now
second,
runner in scoring position.
and he moves up
Great job
to
read
second,
the pitcher's
gets his
lead
3rd
leg.
stolen
He
base.
didn't break too early, but timed the jump perfectly to get the stolen
Honestly,
base.
I timed the jump because of,
Slings to first.
I mean,
Out
I
with
thought
room to spare, and that's the
either I'll get a base, he'll strike out, or he'll hit the. I ran because of what the count was. So we go to the bottom of the second.
1 out.
Actually,
and a runner
we'll
at
go to the
second.
top of the
Now it's the
4th.
right fielder, Johnny Farmello.
Tacoma is
Lined a
still
single
ahead,
into center
1-0.
the last time up.
Framello is 1 for 1 with a single.
To the
He's
right
going to hit
side.
that one to second.
2 out.
Runner will move up to 3rd.
Bottom half of the
We
5th,
do get
they
another
have the Bees
run,
batting.
so we're up 2-0.
There are 2 former Salt Lake
Oswald
City players in the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Peraza.
Paul Molitor, who was there on a rehab
Interesting.
stint, and this one is labeled. And
That
gets
one
down in the corner.
hit up against the.
The relay not in time.
That one
That's
hit
a
up against the
leadoff
wall,
double.
and
He's
Peraza
been
gets
red
to
hot
second
at the
with a
dish
double.
lately. Very nice swing. Found a pitch to drive and put
Well, we're
it
up
into the right field
still
corner.
2-0.
That's high percentage hitting.
6th inning, and Farmello is 1 for 2.
If there's someone in your life who needs to get what's coming to them, call
Carmelo
them
hitting
bagpipes. They'll send a
364
kilt-wearing piper over
over
to
the
teach
last
them a
few
lesson
games.
at such a high volume they'll never forget it.
Ooh,
and
that
neither will
was
their
a
ears.
dumbass
Sponsors
pitch on
of this
my part.
broadcast. And this one lifted to left.
And that one's hit into left, but it's going to
And now
get
to
caught. and that'll be the second out.
Bottom of the 8th.
Oh, we're
Sebastian
still
Rivera
up
getting
2-0.
ready to hit.
8th inning. 2-2 count as Sebastian Rivero is at the
Here
plate.
comes the 2-2.
Pitch is
And a
hit
base
on the
hit into right
line.
center
It
field.
is going to be a base hit. Farmelo gives chase, makes
And
the
that
cutoff,
is gonna
and
bring
throws
the
it back
tying
into the
run to the
infield.
plate.
Tying run comes to the plate.
All set to start the 9th
So
inning of
we
this
are
one.
in the
Johnny
9th
Farmelo
inning.
digs in now.
It is 2-1. Hunter Strickland is on the bump. I know that. I was about to say, I know that name from somewhere. Yep. I knew that name from somewhere, and I see the card, and I'm like, oh yeah, I know him.
Slice the other way. That's a
That
base
one
hit.
hit the left, and Farmelo is going to end
So
up
a
with
runner
his
aboard
second
to start the
single.
inning. No time
And he
wasted
is going
here.
to
Good
end
job
up
to stay
on
back
base.
on that one and not
Nobody
roll
out.
over on it. Let it get
Luke
deep in the
Raley
zone, then
is at the
drop
plate.
bat head on it and ripped it the other
1-2
way for a
count.
knock. There goes the runner in the dirt.
And that one's in the dirt. Farmelo
The
gets
catcher
in.
blocks it, and he
steals
steals
his second
without a
base.
throw.
No throw on the play. His fourth on the year.
And the 2-2.
2-2 for Raley.
And that's a
And
strikeout
Raley
looking.
goes down looking.
And a strikeout. That's
A
out
one
number
out.
one here in the
Will
ninth.
Wilson at the dish.
One out and a runner
Wilson,
at second.
0 for
Digging
2.
in for the Rainiers, Will Wilson.
Oh, shit.
Strickland checks the runner. Back in safe. Really close.
Yeah.
Swings and flares
All
it.
right, hang
and
on,
it
hang on.
falls.
Right there, right
Oh,
here.
oh. Go back to third.
He stops now and he gets back into third safely.
So we got
Up
runners at
against it
first
with
and
two
third,
strikes right
one
there,
out.
but Still managed to win
Andrew
the at-bat. That one
Kisner
just kinda
is at the
faded over
plate.
infield and
He's
down
0
onto
for
the
2
outfield
with 2
grass.
walks.
Base hits like that are a gift from above
2-2
for the
count.
hitter.
And Kisner
Now a
hits this
flare
one.
off the bat. Base
flares
hit
it
and a
into
run
right.
comes in.
And Farmelo comes across the score. Tacoma goes up 3-1.
Got the job done to put him up
As
by 2.
Kisner drives in the
Reacted late to that
RBI.
inside pitch. It got pretty deep in the zone.
Cooper
but he was
Criswell
able to time it up just enough to punch
is
it the other way.
on the bump. Nick Madrigal is at the plate with Oswald Pereira at first. We are up 3-1. Let's jump in here and let's
Now,
take a
Nick
look.
Madrigal.
Let's see what happens.
Designated hitter, Nick Madrigal.
Grounds this one to short.
And that one is
Wilson.
hit to short. Throw
On
to
to
first.
first.
They get
Ball
the
game.
final out. Tacoma wins game 1 of this series 3-1.
And your final score, 3-1.
Yeah,
For our entire
I can
outstanding
honestly
crew here at the
see,
show, I'm Ben Gelman. Thanks
Johnny
for tuning in.
Farmelo. Johnny Farmelo has he's got some future as a as an outfielder for the Mariners for sure. Even though we have a deep outfield in the majors, I mean, this kid's got some future. He went 2 for 4 with a run scored. He can play all 3. He can play all the outfield positions. Cooper Criswell gets a save, is 14th on the year. Marcelo Perez goes 6, gives up 2 hits, strikes out 5, walked 2. Mitch Ferris goes 4 innings, gives up 5 hits, struck out 4, walked 4, gave up 2 runs. Let's take a look at what their pitching did. So Angel Perdomo goes an inning and 2/3, strikes out 1. Sam Bachman goes an inning and 1/3, strikes out 1 and walks 1. Hunter Strickland goes 2 innings, gives up 3 hits, gives up the last earned run, but he strikes out 3. And Tacoma, Perez goes 6 innings, 2 hits, 2 walks, 5 Ks. Robertson Ortiz goes 2/3 of an inning, walks 2, strikes out 2. Carlos Vargas goes an inning, gives up 2 hits, 1 run, and strikes out 1. And then Cooper Criswell, an inning and 1/3, 1 hit, 1 K. As a team, they gave up 5 hits, 1 run, walked 4, and struck out 9. So that's a very good start to the series. I like where this team is. We've definitely got some play. We win game 1 of the series. For the big club, we won game 1. Jose A. Ferreira gets the save and gets the win. Final score ends up being 9-3. Let's see. For Baltimore, Kramer goes 6 2/3. He gives up 5 hits, 3 runs, walked 1, struck out 4. Andrew Kittredge ends up getting tagged with the loss. He doesn't survive an inning. Gives up 1 hit, 3 runs, walked 2. Keegan Aiken doesn't even go an inning. He gives up 2 hits, 2 runs, walked 1. Yainer Cano goes an inning, gives up a hit, a run, walked 2, struck out 2. And then Tyler Wells goes a third of an inning and gives up nothing. Ooh, this sounds interesting. So for if Rivas, that's not good. So Donovan ran for Rivas in the first. We'll have to I'm going to check that out and see. Rodriguez and Rivas had doubles. Rodriguez had 2 RBIs. Rivas had 1. Clemens had 1. Naylor had 3. Lukes had 2. Rosarena was hit by a pitch. Naylor committed his 5th error on the year. Bryce Miller goes 5 innings, gives up 5 hits, 3 runs, walked 2, struck out 1. Casey Legamina goes an inning and 2/3 and strikes out 2. Jose A. Ferreira goes an inning and a third, gives up 1 hit, strikes out 2. Jimmy Garcia goes an inning, gives up 2 hits. As a team, they go 9 innings, give up 8 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned. Walked 2, struck out 5. Damn. So game 1 goes pretty good. All right, so let me check. Yep. So, okay, so they say Brendan Donovan. So Brendan Donovan suffered a strained tricep. That's an unfortunate injury. So Rivas is playing third base now. Okay, so it's Rivas and Mastroboni who are swapping out. So Mastroboni plays second against righties. Young plays second against lefties, and Mastroboni moves to third. Oof. Yeah. Ouch. All right, so we are up 1-0 in the series against Baltimore. We're up 1-0 in the series against the Salt Lake Bees. Alek Manoah is on the mound against Dane Dunning in game number 2. Gonna do one more player lock here. We've locked with Emerson. We've locked with Johnny Fumello. Let's do a player lock with Ryan Bliss. So we're going to lock up with him. Ryan Bliss, we're going to follow him for today. And he's hitting .281 on the season. He's playing second base.
And we welcome you to Laughing Mountain Park. Time for some AAA baseball in the Pacific Coast League. It's the Tacoma Rainiers going up against the Salt Lake Bees.
See how it goes.
And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. So just about set. Starting on the mound in this one, Alek Manoah. And he likes pitching at
Manoah
home.
is on the
You
mound.
can see from the numbers
14
that he's done a
appearances,
good
2
job
and 6,
limiting opposing
64
batters
and 2
this season.
thirds.
They're hitting under 250 against him.
So
It's not all about the
Salt Lake's
strikeouts when
already
you do
up by
that.
a run.
You have to move your pitches
It's
around,
1-0,
mix
bottom of
speeds,
the
keep
first,
hitters
runner
off
at
balance.
first, 1
He'll
out.
do well if he can execute like that in this one.
Bliss
Ground ball could be 2. The underhand flip.
makes the flip
There's
to
one.
second.
On to
They
first.
get the double play.
And that's the inning.
So we give up a run on 1 hit, and that is it. 1 inning in the books, and the Bees are up 1-0.
One down. At
We
the
now
plate,
move on
Ryan
to the
Bliss.
top of the second. We got 1 out, Ryan
starting at
Bliss.
second, the number 6 hitter in today's lineup,
At the
and
plate.
he's been hitting well lately, batting over 300 in his last 10 games.
Ooh. Fouled that
Why
one
should
off.
good dental hygiene be boring?
Bliss,
Give yourself
a
kick in the
former
teeth
second-round
with
pick back
Enrico's
in
Espresso
2021.
toothpaste and wake your mouth up with a bang. Proud sponsors of this
And
broadcast.
that one hit on the
Blue
ground
Girl.
to third. And Bliss
That's out number
is
2.
not going to beat it, as he's going to
Runner
get
at
called
third,
out.
1 away.
Nick
Coming up now to the dish for
Madrigal
Salt
is
Lake.
at the
Nick
plate.
Madrigal.
Dane Dunning on the mound. 2-0 Salt Lake. 1 out.
Ground ball to the right side.
And the run is going to score.
It's there for the out.
And
Runner
that's going to
scores
be
from
3-0 as we get the second
They're ready
out.
for the 5th inning. And here is
And
Ryan
we are
Bliss.
now in the 5th inning. Bliss 0 for 1 on the day, as Manoah is at 35 pitches. Bliss
Liner,
golfs
base
this
hit.
one in the right, gets a single,
And the
and
leadoff
starts
hitter
the inning
aboard.
off on the right foot.
Squared up. Good
No
job.
question, he came up ready to hit. Good fundamental hitting on the pitch away. Step through
Jared
it and poke it to the opposite field.
Sudstrom.
He showed a nice approach there.
They want me to steal.
Runner on the go. In the dirt.
And in the dirt, we're going to take the
The
bag.
catcher blocks it, and he steals second
And that
without
will
a
be
throw.
his 12th
The
steal
Rainiers
on the year.
trailing by 3. We're in the top of the 5th inning.
2-1 count.
Swing lifted to
Sudstrom
left
is
field.
going to hit that one to the
Comparo
left.
Moving under it.
Deep left field.
Gets there. Got it. Runner
We're going
tags
to
at second.
tag.
The
And we're gonna
throw's
move up to
offline.
third.
Safe at third.
So 1 out. We're up
Johnny
third
Farmello
now.
digs in now.
Johnny Farmello is at the plate. He is 0 for 1 on the
at
day.
third, 1 away.
We might have a shot at getting our first run across.
Got him looking.
Ooh,
Two down.
Farmello goes down looking. So
Digging in for the
Bill Knight
Rangers. Bill Knight.
is up. He is 1 for 1 with the double.
0-1 now.
Knight
That's to
hits
third.
that one on the ground to third. That will be the final
There with
out.
plenty of time. And
And 5 innings in the books. The Bees are up 3-0. So, yeah, it's
nobody out. Runner in scoring
It
position.
is the
Now the left
6th
fielder,
inning.
Gustavo Comparo.
Gustavo Capero is up. We got a runner at second. Nobody out.
Up the middle. Bliss.
Bliss makes the quick throw
Throw to first.
to get
in
the
time.
out. Runner moves up to third.
So digging in.
Didn't come back to bite us.
1 for 2.
Bliss is 1 for 2 with a single. We've got runners at first and second. Nobody out. Alek Manoah is still on the mound. And, ooh, that one fouled off as that one was an ugly pitch. My bad.
That one misses inside.
Then
Classic
count
pitching
evens
right
at
there with
1.
the two-seamer from the righty in on the hands of the right-handed batter. Here's
And
a fly
Bliss
to
gets
left.
a hold of that
Comparo
one, but it
settles
is hit
under.
into left. It's going to be
There's
caught.
one down.
Everybody retreats, and
No out.
That's it.
Runner at first.
we got a
And
run,
now, Ryan Bliss.
but we're
1 for
losing
3.
9-1. Dylan Jordan is on the mound as we're in the 9th inning. That one misses for a ball. So Taylor is on first.
2 balls, no strikes, the count.
That one
So we'll
missed
take
for a
another
ball.
look on this
They
catcher's
say
challenge.
no. Let's see.
Didn't miss by a
And
lot,
that
but
missed.
it'll stay a ball.
Count
That
gets
knocks them down
upheld.
to
They
1
lose a challenge. So 2-0 count. 1 runner on and Taylor.
And now the 2-0.
That one in the dirt. 3-0. And Jared Sudstrom is up next. And Bliss is going to take a walk.
4-pitch walk there. Good
So
discipline
Bliss
by
draws
the
a
batter,
walk.
making
We
him
got
come into
runners
the
at
strike
first
zone.
and second.
And now the right fielder,
Sudstrom
Jared
is at the
Sundstrom.
plate. He's looking at a 1-2 count.
1-2 pitch.
And
Swing, soft
Sudstrom
line drive.
hits that one to third. That will be the first out. Everybody goes back to their
1 out and
respective
2
base.
on. Stepping to the plate for Tacoma, Johnny Farmello.
Johnny Farmello is at the plate. He is hitting .267.
And they're all loaded up.
And the bases are loaded as Farmello draws the
Coming
walk.
up to the dish for Tacoma, Bill Knight.
Bill Knight is at the dish. He is 1 for 3 with a double. And Knight
Frazier.
goes
They
up.
are down to
They
their final
get
out.
their second out. And
To the top
Farmello
of the
and
order we go.
myself move up
Next
to
up
second
for
or
the
third.
Rainiers, Colt Emerson.
Colt Emerson is up. He is 0 for 4 on the day.
Bachman is just 1 strike away.
And
Base hit.
Emerson
1 run is in.
drives in a
Over
run.
the plate.
And Farmello is going to come in as well.
It's
We
now
cut the
9
lead to 9-4 as Emerson gets a 2-run single. Right now, Emerson and Rayleigh are on base. Wilson is at the dish. Let's enter this one and see
So
what
up
happens.
next, Will Wilson.
We pushed 3 runs across, 9-4 so far. Let's see. Can the rally continue, or will it come to an end? And
That's the ball game.
that's it. Salt Lake wins 9-4. Ryan Bliss, good game.
9-4 is how this one ends up. For our whole
Reminds
outstanding
me,
crew here
we've
at
got
the
some
show,
good
I'm
prospects
Ben Gelman.
down
We'll see you soon.
in our minor system. We just got to take our time. Series is tied at 1. Manoah gets his 3rd win of the year. Dane Dunning, his 5th loss. 9 runs off of 10 hits for the Bees. 4 runs off of 9 hits for the Rainiers. Alec Manoah gets the player of the game honors. 7 innings, 5 hits, 7 Ks, 2 walks. Dunning, 4 innings, 5 hits, 4 Ks, a walk, and 3 earned runs. Ouch. So Bill Knight got a double. Rayleigh got a homer, his 7th on the year. Emerson, 2 RBIs, getting him up to 5. Rayleigh, an RBI, getting him up to 21. And Knight up to 15. Ryan Bliss stole a base, his 12th on the year. Dunning, 4 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, 1 walk, 4 Ks. Guillermo Zunga goes an inning and 2/3, gives up a hit, a walk. Ryan Blotz goes 2/3 an inning, 2 hits, 4 runs, 3 walks. Troy Taylor an inning and 2/3, 2 hits, 2 runs, and a K. They give up 10 hits, 9 runs, all of them earned, 5 walks, 5 Ks. Not very disciplined, but it's AAA, so you kind of expect it. Let's see. Denzer Guzman pinch ran for Donovan Walton in the 4th inning. Roddy Rodriguez and Wade Meckler each had doubles. Gustavo Campero and Donovan Walton each had triples. Denzer Guzman, who came in as a pinch runner for Walton, had his 2nd homer of the year. He had 3 RBIs, giving him 9. Campero had an RBI, as did Madrigal and Adam Frazier. Jamir Calindro had 3, pushing him up to 25. Campero had a sac fly. Rodriguez grounded into a double play. Mackler had his 5th stolen base, and then Lugo got caught stealing. Manoah goes 7, 5 hits, 2 walks, 7 Ks. Dylan Jordan goes an inning and 2/3, 2 hits, 4 runs, 3 walks. And then Sam Bachman goes the third of an inning, 2 hits, and that is it for his line score. Series is even, 1 game apiece. And that was interesting. Ryan Bliss, he's got some good numbers. Series is even at a game apiece. On the Major League squad, we have the final game of the 3-game series, Gilbert versus Rogers. We won game 2, 6-5. Rash got the victory. So for the Orioles, Povich goes 3 and 1/3, 3 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, and 4 Ks. Cano goes an inning and a third, gives up 3 hits, 2 runs, struck out 2. Wells blew the save, goes an inning, gave up 2 hits, 2 runs, walked a guy. Inns goes two innings, gives up a hit, strikes out 2. Kittredge goes an inning, gives up 2 hits, walked 1, struck out 2. And then Aiken goes 2/3 of an inning, gives up a hit, a run, and strikes out 2. Jackson Holliday committed his first fielding error. Westberg had a double. Henderson, Westberg, Wushman, and Jackson all homered. Henderson gives up an RBI, gets an RBI. Westberg, Wushman, and then Jackson had 2. I don't like where this is going because I've got a weird feeling when I flip over to the Mariners that, well, let's just see. Rex Snyder had a double. Rodriguez had a double. Naylor and Mastrobuoni had a double. Raleigh had 2 triples, pushing him to 3. He had 3 RBIs, pushing him to 56. Rodriguez had 2 of his own, pushing him to 56. And Cole Young had an RBI, pushing him to 12. Ryan Sloan lasted 4 innings, gave up 5 hits, 4 runs, 1 walk, and 4 Ks. Casey Legamina goes an inning and 2/3 and struck out 1. Ryan Sloan, I hate to say it, but I think moving Sloan up from AAA might have been a little bit of an early call. I'm just saying. Jose A. Ferreira goes an inning and a third, gives up a hit, a run, struck out 2. Spire goes an inning, he struck out 1. And then Munoz goes an inning and 2/3, gives up 2 hits, walked 1, and struck out 1. Brash gets the victory, goes a third of an inning, gets the win, gets a strikeout. As a team, they give up 8 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned, walked 2, and struck out 10. The only problem I have is if I move Sloan back down to AAA, who the hell am I going to have pitch? That is the question. So we got some transactions going on. We've got 2. The Tigers have called up starting pitcher Reese Olson. And the Padres are bringing up Yuki Matsui. And more news on the IL as Andrew Kinzer is going to the injured list with a strained finger. He's just going to the bench, so we'll see. But it's not good. Who the hell would I bring? I don't know. It's not like I have anybody in AAA that I trust enough to bring up. mean, I could bring up Logan Evans. Do a swap between Evans and Sloan. It could work. Nah, too early. It's too early to make a call. We'll take a look at his stats at the end of the month. If his stuff is, if he hasn't improved by the end of the month, if he hasn't improved by the, if he hasn't improved by the end of the series against the Angels, then we'll consider moving him. But I'm not gonna make that call right now. Okay. We've gotten through Washington. We're about to get through the Baltimore series. We're gonna go. Let's see. You know what? So we've looked at Emerson. We've looked at Formello. We've looked at Ryan Bliss. We've also looked at Cade Anderson. Thinking maybe going down into the AA. Possibly going AA. And maybe looking at Luzardo Montez. He is the number 6 prospect in the Mariners organization. I might take a look at him. Matter of fact, yeah, let's go. We're going down to AA. We're going down to AA. And we are going to take a look at AA prospect. At a AA prospect, we are going to be facing the Frisco Rough Riders. We are in the middle of a six-game series. We are in the middle of game number 3. Chia Shin is going to be pitching against Cal Quantrill. So let's do it. So we're going to do a player lock, and we are going to follow Luzardo Montez. He is one of our top. He's one of our top prospects that's in AA where we're looking at. So we're going to follow him for the day, and we're going to see what happens. As we're going to be facing the Texas Rangers AA squad, and we'll get a chance to see Sebastian Walcott for the Rangers.
From
and
inside
see
the
what's
booth
going on
at
with him.
Iron Horse Stadium, this game will feature AA baseball from the Texas League. It's the Arkansas Travelers taking on the Frisco Rough Riders. First pitch coming your way next.
All right, so
And
Cal
we're just about set to
Quantrill
go.
is
And
making
today's starting
his.
pitcher,
He's
Cal
3
Quantrill.
starts in.
He's done well
one
to
and
navigate
one
through
and one,
tough
7
spots.
innings,
Quite the
159
strikeout to walk
ERA,
ratio he's
106
posted this
WHIP,
season. Better than
13
4 to 1.
strikeouts,
That is elite control.
18.3 on the strikeout
rate,
rate, 4.2 on the walk rate.
Beating yourself with.
But he's only had 3 appearances,
Next is
so
the designated hitter, Lázaro
skewing the
Montes.
numbers.
Struggling to make contact lately,
So we
striking out
are
nearly
up with the
twice in
DH.
each of
We
the
got 2
last
outs in
5
the top of the
games.
first.
Up and in,
That
and that
one's
is
up
ball
and
1.
in. Montez signed out of Cuba. He watches that one. Ball number 2.
That's in there. That's strike 1.
That one's up and in for a strike.
2 outs, bases empty. This to
And that
third.
one is hit
Walcott.
on the ground to third. Walcott makes the throw across.
That is the inning.
Got him by a step, and the inning will come to an end. So the Travelers have nothing on the board. Rough Riders will be coming to the plate.
Stepping to the plate for
Now batting.
And
Arkansas.
we're going to move to
Lázaro
the
Montes,
4th inning.
0 for 1. Grounded out the first
Montez
time
is
around.
up again. Control at 44 pitches, 2 outs, nobody on. And Montez smacks this one into the gap, gets a single, and
That
gets
keeps the
on
inning
base,
going.
keeps the inning moving.
No question, he came up ready to hit. Got a first pitch fastball he could handle, and he really ripped
Corbin
it. Coming
Dickerson
up to the
is
dish
at
for
the plate.
Arkansas, Corbin Dickerson.
He is no
Now
threat to
throw
run.
first.
He's
Montez
going to slide
on
back
the dot.
in. Montez, not a threat to run. Not a threat to do much of anything.
Here's the 2-2 pitch.
And that one hit on the ground, into the outfield. Everybody moves up a base. And we got runners at first and second, 2 outs.
Needed that base hit. Now they've got a
Blake
good shot at scoring the first run of the game with the runner in scoring
Rombush
position.
is at the
We're
plate.
in the fourth
He is
inning,
0
no
for
score.
2. Here comes the pitch. Rombush
Popped up.
sends this one into the
Kim settles
outfield.
underneath it,
And that one's going to
and
get
that
caught.
will retire the side.
So we had a shot, and nothing came of it. We've got 2 hits. Rough Riders got 1. No score going into the bottom of the 4th inning.
First and second,
Now
2 outs.
It is
Lázaro
2-1.
Montes now at the
Top of
plate.
the 5th.
Smoked a line drive single
Contrail
to center the
is
last time up.
still on the bump. And that one
On the ground. Over to
is
pick it up.
hit the
That
second.
ends the inning
They
and
get
prevents
the
things from
fourth.
getting out of hand.
But we get a couple of runs. We take the lead going into the bottom of the 5th inning. It is 2-1 Travelers.
Next up for the
Now
Travs, Lázaro
Still
Montes.
2-1,
First and
top
second
of the
with
8th.
nobody out, and you know
Ben
this defense is hunting a
Abelet
double play.
is on the bump. That
Gut
one's
check time
inside
for
for the
him on
ball.
the mound. I'm interested to see
Montez
how he
hitting
handles this situation.
169 with runners in scoring position.
In the air to
And
left.
he's going to hit that one to the left. It's going
And
to
it
drop
falls.
for a hit.
Coming around third.
And a run's going to score.
Comes across to score.
Push the
It's
lead
an
to
RBI
3-1. So
single.
Montez,
And they lead
an
by
RBI
2.
single.
Number 3.
Nobody out.
Dickerson
Runners at the corners. Now at the plate, Corbin
At the
Dickerson.
plate. We got runners at first and third.
1-1. Here's the pitch.
And the ball is
In the dirt, but
not
low.
loose enough.
Runners stay put, and the
And
count
everybody
now
stays
2-1.
where they are. 3-1. 2-2 count. 2 runners on, nobody out.
Tapped out in front of
And
the
that
plate.
one is tapped in front of the plate.
One away as the second run of the
And
inning
a run
scores.
scores. Pushes it to 4-1. To
One
get an
and
out.
a runner at second.
I'm
Digging
still
in for
at-
the
I'm at
Travelers,
second
Blake
base.
Rambush.
Rambush is at the plate. 1-2 count.
Here comes the 1-2 pitch.
That one is.
Base hit. Runner
Ew. Whoa, 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 whoa. I have no speed. What the hell am I thinking?
Gets back into third safely.
We're going to stay at third.
Up against it with 2 strikes right
Oh,
there.
Rambush
but still managed to win
gets a
the
hit.
at-bat. Good job to stay back on that one and
Victor
not roll over on it. Let it get deep in the zone, then dropped the bat
is
hit
at
on
the
it
plate.
and ripped it the other way for a knock.
0-1 count. Runners at the corners. 1 out.
Grounder to
That
third.
one is
Ball
hit
caught.
to third.
Fires to second for 1. Double play. What a
They
true
get the
catch
double
to end the
play.
inning.
Barely. But we're ahead 4-1 going into the bottom of the 8th inning. Not bad. I like Montez. He's got some. I like Montez. He's got some get up and go in his ass. So we're gonna enter the
And now
game.
it's the switch hitting second
We're gonna
baseman,
watch.
Frenier Chavez.
Second baseman. Rainier.
So Frenier Chavez, 3-2 count, 2
The
out.
Rough Riders down to their last strike.
And
Swinging
that
a
one
slow
hit on the
roller.
ground.
Sanchez on the run, sends it over
And
the
they
wall.
get the
That's
final
the
out.
ballgame.
Arkansas gets the victory, 4-1. Montez showing
4-1 the final here today.
He's worth keeping
I'm
an eye
Ben
on.
Goodman, and it's been a pleasure having you with us for minor league baseball on the show. Thanks for listening.
he's showing he's got some. Yeah, Montez is showing he's got some trek in the minor leagues. Damn sure. Um, yeah, I could see him moving up to AAA probably in maybe 1 or 2 years. I mean, he's got some pop to that bat. Well, okay, not pop, but he's got some contact to that bat. He knows how to hit. Uh, Shin gets his first victory. Quantrill his second loss. Bellinson his 18th victory, his 18th save. We take a 2-1 series lead, and not too bad. So, as a team, we got 8 hits, 2 of them from Montez, 2 from Sanchez, 1 from Dickerson, 1 from Rambush, and then Connor Joe and Raylan Thomas. Joe his 10th RBI, Montez his 29th, Thomas his 6th, Dickerson his 5th, Lombarda grounded into a double play, Sanchez and Aroda got caught stealing. Shin goes 7 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, 11 Ks. Tyler Cleveland an inning of work, 2 strikeouts. Charlie Bellinson an inning of work, 1 K, his 18th save. For Frisco, I'm looking for his ass and I don't see him anywhere. Where did he go? Oh, Walcott goes 1 for 3. He did come around to score a run and RBI. He did strike out once. His run and RBI subsequently was a homer. Quantrill had a wild pitch. Quantrill goes 5 innings, gives up 5 hits, 2 runs. None of them were earned. A walk and 3 Ks. Mason Thompson goes an inning and 2/3, strikes out 1. Ryan Lobus goes a third of an inning, gives up 2 hits, both of them earned, 2 walks. Ben Abbott goes an inning of work, 2 hits. And then Gavin Collier goes an inning, gives up a hit, walked 1. They go 9, give up 8 hits, 4 runs, 2 earned, walked 4, and struck out 4. Ouch. All right, so we will continue on this magical ride through the minors as we are halfway through the AA series with Frisco. I am going to take a look again at my top prospects. And Michael Arroyo is unfortunately injured. I would love to follow him, but we don't really have anybody else. Okay, we have Luke Stevenson at number 10, but I gotta be honest, I hate catching. I've seen what catching is like, and I'm not a big fan of it. We've seen Chia Shin. Maybe we look at Corbin Dickerson. Yeah, maybe we look at Corbin Dickerson before we go back up. So for the Major League squad, we are about to start our series with the Red Sox. We won the final game 3-2. Gilbert got the victory. Holiday got a double and an RBI. Alonso got an RBI. Rogers goes 5 innings, gives up 5 hits, 3 runs, walked 3, struck out 7. Wells, 2 innings, 1 walk, 1 K. And Kittredge, an inning and a strikeout. For Seattle, Naylor had a double. Rosarena, Naylor, and Mastrobuoni each had RBIs. Crawford was hit by a pitch. Mastrobuoni had a sac fly. Cole Young committed his 4th error. Ref Snyder stole his 2nd base. Gilbert goes 7 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs. 1 of them was earned thanks to the error by Young. He struck out 6. Spire goes an inning of work, walked the guy, struck out 2. Munoz goes in the inning, gives up a hit, strikes out 2. They go 9 innings total, gave up 5 hits total, 2 runs, 1 of them earned, 1 walk, and 10 Ks. And like I said, we're going to enter a 3-game series with Boston. It'll be Kirby versus Cutter Crawford in game 1. Crawford is 6-1 on the year. Holy shit. Garrett Crochet is in game 2 against Luis Castillo. He is 6-5. I mean, Castillo's not much better. I think he's 6-6. So it's not saying much. And then the final game of the series, Bryce Miller versus Ranger Suarez. Miller 9-2. Suarez 3-3. Then we have a travel day. We will go to Pittsburgh, where we will see Jensen Junk. Ooh, okay. So we will see Paul Skeens in game 2. And then we will be TBD on who game 3 is. So, yeah, we're definitely coming up for game 2 of the Pittsburgh series for damn sure. Ooh, Skeens? Getting to see Skeens pitch? Holy shit. All right. So we are going to continue our travels in the minor leagues. We're going to go back into AA. We are going to do another player lock. This one, let's see. This one we're going to go with Corbin Dickerson. And he is going to be in right field this game. So we might get a little bit more run in the outfield and kind of see the Rough Riders at bat a little bit more. So let's give it a look.
From inside the booth,
we have the Travelers, the Rough Riders.
Time for some AA baseball in the
Here
Texas
in
League.
Frisco,
it's
Texas.
The Arkansas Travelers taking on the Frisco Rough Riders. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this.
All right.
Just about set to go.
So Dalton
Today's starting
Pence,
pitcher, Dalton
13
Pence.
appearances,
We see it a little more
2
often
and
these
3,
days,
67
but
and
still
2/3,
a strikeout per inning type of guy on
293,
the mound.
132,
That
67
swing and miss
Ks.
stuff can be really helpful in a big spot. When you've
And
got
we're
runners
already
in
up
scoring
2-0.
position, allowing a hitter to put the
Corbin
ball in play
Dickerson
is usually
hitting
not what you want.
135,
So
1
his
out.
ability to get strikeouts may help him work out of jams. We'll see how he does in this one.
And he's
On
going to
the
hit
ground
that
to
one to
short.
short. The jump throw
Swings to
will
first.
get Dickerson
Awesome
for
play
the
there.
second out.
Next to hit for the Rough
Arkansas
Riders,
is up
Nick
2-0. Nick Prado against Michael Morales. 1-2 count, 2 outs. That one
On the line for a base
is
hit.
hit.
Lead runner hits second and heads for third. Here comes the throw.
The throw
And
is
the throw's
offline,
offline.
and he's going to end
Safe
up
at
at third.
And he's got a
Runners
multi-hit
at
game
first
now,
and
which
third
has to
with
feel
2 outs.
especially good.
Arkansas
His
is now
recent lack
up
of results
4-0.
got out in front, but didn't
Top of the
allow
fourth.
wrists to yank
Runner
that
at
one
second,
into foul
1
ground.
out.
That's a good example of extending through the swing and following through to line that pitch into the outfield for a hit.
That one is going to be hit into
That's a
short
base
center.
Runner rounds
Runner
third on his
is going
way
to
the
cross
plate.
third
Comes across
and
to
score.
It's an RBI
RBI
single.
single
It's a
for
5-0 ball
Dickerson.
game.
5-0.
So up next, Rylan Thomas.
Dickerson has some speed. They're not pushing him to steal,
2-2
though. So
and pitch. Ground ball to
that one
first.
hit on the ground. First baseman
Prado
picks it
toss to
up,
second. Double play.
and they
What a
get the
twin killer to
double
end the
play.
inning.
So 4 innings in the books for the Travelers. They are up 5-0 over the Rough Riders.
Stepping to the plate now for Frisco, Sebastian Walcott.
Sebastian Walcott at the plate. Morales still on the mound.
That
This
one out to
one.
right.
Hit.
Reaches,
Oh,
can't make the
shit.
grab. He
I
turns and
missed the
heads for
pitch.
second.
And Walcott is going to end
Chance at a
up,
three-bagger.
he's going to end up at third with a
He can
1-out
check
triple.
First double-A hit off his to-do list, and he does it with a triple. Amazing.
Leading off,
We
right
go to the top
fielder,
of the seventh.
number
Corbin
3.
Dickerson
So
digs
we're
in
still
now.
up 5-0. Dickerson is at the plate. He is 1 for 2. Facing Mason Thompson. And
This one
God,
left into center
he
field.
got a hold of that
Driving,
one, but it's
settles
going to be
underneath it,
caught.
and makes the catch.
And
This
that one,
broadcast is sponsored by
ooh,
Reginald
that one had
Brothers
some
on
sound
Podcast,
coming off that
innovators
bat.
in genetic technology. If you want
Nick
an Alpaca
Prado
that
at
can
the
change
plate.
colors while leaping
Domingo
7 feet in the
Gonzalez
air,
on the
you
bump.
need to call Reginald
This
Horder's
one.
Alpaca Farms.
Hit. And,
And a
ooh,
base hit.
bad,
First
bad
and heading
run.
for second. Not
And
stopping.
the
He's
throw.
headed to third.
He's going to
The
third.
relay. The tag, and he's out trying for
They got
3.
him.
Now batting.
2 away and a runner
We
in
got
scoring
2
position here.
outs.
Digging in,
Top of the
Corbin
8th.
Dickerson, 1 for 3.
Dickerson at the plate. Arkansas is up 8-2. We have a good runner at
This one
second.
is in there, and it's 0-1. Dickerson wants to challenge here. Thought it was a ball.
I think that may have been a ball, but
Barely
let's take a
whisker
look.
out of the zone, but it was a ball. So they still have both challenges.
So we get
And time for at the
ball.
plate.
We get the call
Runner at
overturned.
second,
We
2
end
down.
up
And we're in
with
the
a
top of the
1-0
8th.
count.
Breaking
That
ball
one's inside for a ball.
That front door curveball backed up a bit on
2-0
the pitcher,
count.
and he couldn't quite get it to catch
2
the
outs.
zone.
Runner at second.
Swings
and-
and misses at the
ooh.
breaking ball in the dirt.
Got
Great
me
pitch
to
to get
get
a swing
that
like that.
curveball. Back-to-back curveballs. That one was actually good.
This one to
And
right,
that one hit into right. That one's going to be
and that is a foul ball.
and it's
2
foul.
outs and a runner in scoring
2-2
position.
count.
Swing,
And
soft
that one
line
hit
drive.
the third, and that'll be the final out. We are ahead 8-2. And this should definitely should be the end. Casey Lawrence is on the bump. They have a runner at first. It is 8-3. We are
Man at first.
gonna
with
go
one
ahead
out.
and enter.
Rainier
It's a
Chavez
3-1
getting
count
ready to hit.
is Chavez.
Ringer.
Looking at a 3-1 count.
3-1 pitch.
That one
Oh, great stuff.
hit the second.
Throws from the
They
seat of his
get-
pants.
No,
There's
he's
one
in there.
to
They
first.
got
Not
one,
in
but
time.
not the
Great
other.
effort there.
That was a good play.
That's a very difficult
Take a
play
look
for
at the
any
replay,
infielder,
and
but he did it
second
smoothly.
baseman throwing
Nice
from
job
his
to stay
ass
focused,
to
lay
short.
out for-
They get the play. Oh, they put up a couple more runs. It is 8-5. Damn.
So digging in, Aaron Zavala.
So they're not going away. As Aaron
Kid
Zavala is
leading
at the
off
plate.
first with 2 away.
Runner at first. 2-1 count. 2 outs.
Rips this one to short.
That one hit
They
the
go
short.
way,
They get the
and
force.
that is the ball game.
Arkansas. Tight ropes out. 8-5. As the Travelers
This one ends with the score 8-5.
pick up the win.
For our whole outstanding
Take
crew here
the
at the
series
show,
lead.
I'm Ben Gelman. We'll see you soon.
We are up 3-1 in the series. Morales gets the win, his 5th of the year. Pence, the loss, his 4th on the year. Again, Travelers up 3-1 in the series. So you see some of the good plays here from the good AA club here. And the final play that ends up being the final out. Again, final score 8-5. Travelers lead it 3-1. And that was a good series. That was a good series. I went 1 for 4 with Dickerson with an RBI, so that's good. We are going to go back up to AAA as we've got 2 more games with the Red Sox to go before the series will come to an end. Okay, and the Baltimore Orioles have struck a deal. Okay, so the Orioles and the Brewers have struck a deal. The Orioles are sending out pitching prospect Louis DeLon. Shit. He becomes the number 4 prospect for the Brewers. He is the number 74th overall prospect. He is 22, out of the Dominican Republic, 6'3", 168. He went undrafted. So far in 14 appearances this year, he is 4-7, 69 and a third innings pitched, a 4.41 ERA with a 1.51 WHIP. Strikeouts, let's see. He has 69 strikeouts to 32 walks. He has 3 quality starts so far. That's good. He has not done anything in the majors. His last recent game, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 4 hits, 1 run, a homer, walked, and 6 strikeouts, having a 1.59 ERA and an 0.83 WHIP for that one. He comes in with a 4.32. Damn. That is interesting. So he is headed to Milwaukee, and Trevor McGill is headed to Baltimore. So they are upgrading their bullpen as McGill comes in with electric stuff. He has high numbers for everything. He has a 4-seamer, a sweeper, and a sinker. His primary pitch exceeds max velocity limits, so that would be that 4-seamer. So he can probably get that sucker up to 100 miles an hour. So, whoo. So they do. So Baltimore giving up a good prospect for a bullpen arm. Interesting call. I'll say that for damn sure. So we've got, this is the second and third game of the series for Boston. All right, so for AAA, Dubnyk, Anderson lost this game 5-3. Let's see what happened. So Anderson goes 4 innings, gives up 7 hits, 5 runs, walked 3, and struck out 5. I hate to say it, but I think they may have pulled the trigger. I think we may have pulled the trigger a little early on Anderson. It might be in his best interest to go down to AA, possibly. I'm not willing to go there just yet, but again, end of the month, we'll see what he's sitting at, because we may have to make a move. So for this game, it'll be Randy Dubnyk versus Mitch Ferris. And then the final game of the series, Marcelo Perez against George Clausen. So we are going, like I said, we're going to stay up with the AAA club. We followed Anderson had his appearance. We followed Emerson. We followed Johnny Forloro. Perez, we might follow him. He is our 16th best prospect in the organization. Honestly, why he's in AAA and not AA kind of scares me a little bit. Because with his stuff, I would consider him. I mean, he's jumped up from a 68 to a 70. But, yeah, I feel like him being in AAA is a bit of a reach, maybe, but I don't know. We have Caleb Colley, who is a third baseman in our AAA organization. And I gotta be honest, he ain't nothing to sneeze at. He plays third, first, and left field. Honest to God, why anybody would put him in the outfield is, well, beyond me. I wouldn't even put him at third. I'd leave him at first and pray to God that there's some development. All right, so like I said, we're going to go back to AAA at least for the final 2 games. We're going to go back and we're going to shadow Colton Emerson one more time. And then we'll probably, Emerson's going to play second in this game, so we'll follow him. And then probably, I think I'm going to follow Johnny Famelo one more time, just to kind of see what we're looking at. So in this game, we're going to be following Colton Emerson. He's hitting 193 right now. Next game, we're going to be following Johnny Famelo.
And we welcome
the Rainers
you to
versus the Salt
Mountain
Lake.
Park. We're bringing you AAA baseball in the Pacific
The
Coast League.
organizations
It's the
for
Tacoma
the
Rainiers going up
LA,
against the Salt Lake Bees.
the Angels and the Mariners.
Introductions wrapping up down on the field. First pitch just minutes
See
away.
how that goes. Let's go ahead and get into this.
Just about ready to go.
Mitch
and
Ferris.
on the hill, Mitch Ferris.
14
Better than
appearances,
3
5 and
strikeouts
6.
per walk this season, and that's
386,
a great sign for his
129,
development.
71 Ks.
So up next, Colt Emerson.
And we got bases
Struggling in the
loaded.
clutch lately,
2
hitting
outs,
beneath
top
the
of
Mendoza
the
line with
first.
teammates in scoring position this month. And he grounds it to the right
Emerson's
side.
going to ground that to first, kill the drive.
As they escape
And
the bases loaded jam.
they escape bases loaded. 2 hits for the Rainers, and nothing to come of it.
No outs. Runner
We
at
are
first.
now
Adam
in the
Frazier.
field. 3-2 count. Runner at first. Nobody out. Frazier at the plate. This
Up the
one.
middle, and it finds its way
Damn.
through for a hit.
In
Runners
through a
around
hit.
Second. Runners at the corners now.
And we
Nobody
got
out.
runners at the corners with nobody out.
That one might as well have
That
been
one
placed
just
on a
sped
tee
through
right
the
down
infield.
the middle. A hitter's
2-1
dream.
Salt Lake
Pitcher's
ahead
ninth.
as we are now
This
in the
broadcast is
4th
brought to you
inning.
by Dr. Guy N. Eno.
Top of the
If he
4th
can't
as
diagnose you in
Ferris
30
against
minutes, you get
Emerson.
an extra lollipop. Welcome back to Salt Lake City,
Slider.
top of the 4th inning. He swung early
Down
in the
and
count,
away.
and that's been a recurring theme with this lineup. Seems like a big part of their strategy in this one.
Fouled that one off. Count goes to 0-2.
0-2, and the delivery. Swing and a miss. That
Ooh,
one in the dirt.
ugly pitch. Ugly.
Out. One away
And they
on the
get
drop,
him on the
third
drop strike.
3 pitches in that AB ends in a strikeout.
4-1, Salt Lake ahead.
Nobody
Runner
out,
at third.
runner in scoring
1
position.
out.
And now
Infield.
Colt Emerson.
I don't know. They look like they're in, but I can't tell.
Ground
And
ball
Emerson's
right
going to
side.
hit that to first.
Out
He's
number
going to
one
get an
as a run comes in
RBI
to score.
as a run
We go to
scores.
the 8th. Colt
It is
Emerson
now
at the plate.
4-3. 8th inning. Nick Sutherland is at the plate. He came in.
To
In
the right
relief,
side.
Emerson hits this
Candelario.
one to first. Candelario
And there's one down.
makes the play,
He
and
should be
they've got
feeling
it
good
out.
after getting that first batter in this high leverage spot. Now he can
So we
attack
got
with
bottom of
even
the
more
ninth.
confidence.
Johnny Padera is at the plate. He's 0 for 3 with a walk. Let's
Well, it's
see.
a one-run ball game. Johnny
What
Parade
happened?
will hit next.
Johnny Pareda is at the plate. Can he get a hit?
Here comes the 1-1. Ground ball
And
to
the
second
ball
base.
is hit.
Dives, but
Second
it kicks off the
baseman
glove. The
knocks
throw
it
won't get
down,
there in
but
time, and they
Pareda
come away
gets
without an
a
out.
base hit,
Now batting.
and the inning will continue. Pareda moved up to second. Carson Taylor at the plate.
2 down and a runner
1-1
at second
count.
base. Here's the
Tying
third
run is
baseman,
at second.
Carson Taylor.
Can Taylor drive him in?
Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Pops this one
And
up.
that one is popped up,
Under it.
and the shortstop's going to make the
Ball
play.
game.
Salt Lake gets the win 4-3 as the Rainiers drop this one. They mounted a comeback,
Final score
but
here,
that
4-3.
comeback
So they hang
died.
on to win it by a run. Thanks for dropping by
Salt
and joining
Lake
me and our wonderful crew
gets
here
the
on the
win.
show. I'm Ben Gelman. Talk to you soon.
Salt Lake gets the win 4-3. They take the lead in the series 3-2. Ferris gets his 6th win. Dubnik his 4th loss. Sidlett his 21st save. Ugh. Not a good game. So Adam Frazier was named player of the game, 4 for 4 with a homer and 3 RBIs. So we will move on to the final game of this series. Like I said, we will do one final player lock, and that will be in center field with Johnny Fermello. As we will look to, I don't know, I think we're going to look to try to tie this. We're down 3-2 in the series, I believe.
And we welcome you to Laughing Mountain Park. We've got Father's Day baseball. It's the Tacoma Rainiers going up against the Salt Lake Bees. First pitch coming your way next.
Bees taking the field as the Rainiers will come to bat first.
Just
And we'll
about ready to
see
go.
George
And on the hill in this
Clausen.
one, number 31. On the mound in this one, he
15
is one
starts,
of the
he's
highest
0-8,
ranked pitching prospects in the Angels
5.40
organization.
ERA,
A lot of
174
excitement in
whip.
Anaheim for what he can bring in the future.
Yeah, judging by his numbers
Digging in
right
for
now,
the Bees,
he ain't
swinging
bringing
the
much of a
knuckle.
future.
And he's got really good wheels.
Bottom
One
of the
those skills you
first.
really can't teach.
Wade Meckler at the plate.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
That
Line
one
drive.
hit into short center.
Great effort to haul it
And
in. And there's
Carmelo
one down.
makes the catch.
Top half of
Salt
inning
Lake
number 2
up
from Salt Lake City.
2-0. As Carmelo comes to the dish, he's hitting 269 on a year. That one was up for a
In
ball.
the early 20th century, there
7
was an all-black
RBIs
baseball
by
team here in Salt Lake
Formello.
City called the Occidentals. Occidental means Western, in case you didn't know.
Ooh.
Swing and a miss. At other dentists, they'll promise you 3D or even 4D x-rays. At Sadie Marcus Dental, they've entered the 5th dimension. Step into their hypersphere
Ooh,
today
that one
and see the future of your
is
teeth.
popped up the third.
And
And
a
that's
quick
going to be an
number
out.
there. Those high fastballs in the zone
2-1
look so
is the
tempting,
score
but it's hard for
as
hitters
we
to get
enter
on
the
a plane with
fourth.
them.
Nobody out. Runner at first. And that one hit into right field. That's going to be a single. Runners at first and
Lead runner
second
to
with
second, so 2
nobody
on
out.
and nobody out. No time wasted here. Nice line drive.
Carson
cut there.
Taylor at the
Everything
dish.
working smoothly on the swing.
Nobody out.
That's one to try
1-2
and
count.
replicate. Inside,
That
nearly
one's
clipped
in.
the hitter.
Count is 2-2. Taylor hitting 152 with runners in scoring position. And he's
This
going to
one to
loft
right.
this one into the outfield. It's going to get caught.
And there's one away.
Nobody moves,
Just
and
missed that
we've
one a
got
bit.
one out.
Half-inch closer to the sweet spot, and it might have gotten down for a hit. Caleb Calley getting ready to
Caleb
hit.
Calley at the dish.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
Calley
Right side, hard
hit
hit.
that one to second.
There's one. Double play.
They got the double
Count to
play.
end the inning.
And they killed it. 2-1 going into the bottom of the fourth. Bees still ahead.
One away and a runner at first.
We're in the bottom of the fourth. One out, one on. Gustavo Campero at the dish.
And 1-2.
This
one
one
is labeled.
gets whacked,
And that's
and that one's going to get down. We're going to relay it. And a run's going to score. Man's going to move up to third. So a run, one out triple. And Salt Lake is up 3-1. Now 5-1 as we're in the sixth. Sam Bachman is on the bump. We've got two guys on, nobody out.
Center fielder
And
in the
Formello
box here lets that one go for a ball.
watch that one go for a ball. And he's going to loft this one into left, but it's going to get caught. Everybody stays where they are, and that did not turn out good. So it's 5-4, bottom of the seventh. Sebastian Ribeiro at the plate.
On 0-1, the delivery.
This one, frozen rope.
Should be extra bases here. He turns and heads for second.
He's going to get up to
Chance
second.
at a triple.
He's going to move to third.
And she announces her arrival
And
at AAA
we
with a triple.
are
What a
on
moment.
third.
That's a swing to be proud of for sure. Terrific
So it's
swing on that
6-4.
pitch. Really well struck.
Top of the
Just needed
eighth
to get
inning.
a little
One
more
out.
under it to send it out of here.
This will be
Still,
Formello's
excellent
last
cut.
at bat, possibly. And
Swing and a ball
he's going to
popped up.
line that one into short
Walton
left.
moving under it.
The shortstop's going to make the
Gets
play,
there.
and
Got
that's
it.
going to be out number 2. Colt Emerson is at the dish. Jared Sutterstrom is at first. It is 6-4 in the bottom of the ninth.
2 outs, runner on first base.
Let's see what
And the batter
happens.
will be the
Emerson
shortstop,
is looking
Colt
at a
Emerson.
1-2 count. Pitch.
Pops this
Emerson
one up.
pops this one up.
Candelario settles underneath.
First baseman plays it,
And
makes the
that'll do
catch. Salt Lake gets the win 6-4.
And this one ends with a final score of 6-4.
Winning the series,
On behalf
I
of
believe,
our
4 games to
excellent
2.
crew, thanks for joining us for this broadcast of Minor League Baseball on
I
the
would
show.
have to check.
I'm Ben
I'll-
Gelman, and we'll see you next time.
Yep. So they win it 4 games to 2. Marcelo Perez falls to 1-2-2. George Clausen gets his first win of the year. Silith gets his 22nd save. And like I said, they win it 4 games to 2 for the series. Perez goes 3 1/3, gives up 4 hits, 5 runs, 3 of them are earned, a walk and 2 Ks. Zinga goes an inning and a third. He basically locks it down. Lotz goes an inning and a third, gives up a hit, 1 walk, 3 Ks. And Yusur Zulata goes an inning and 2/3, gives up 2 hits, a run, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. Troy Taylor comes in, picks up the last third of an inning, and gives up nothing. For Salt Lake, Clausen goes 5, gives up 7, 2 runs, 3 Ks. Sam Bachman goes an inning, gives up 2 runs, 2 hits, strikes out 1. Joey Lucci goes an inning, strikes out 1. Nick Sadlerland goes an inning, walks 1, and then Chase Silith goes an inning, walked a guy, and struck out 1, getting his 22nd save of the year. Bees win the series 4 games to 2. We've had an interesting play out here in the minors system today, and I can honestly say I like what I see as we are moving on. I like what I see as we're moving on. We've got a lot of talent. I didn't get to see all of the talent that we have because Arroyo is still on the injured list, so I definitely want to come back down to AA at some point when he is healthy and check him out. But what I've seen of our minor league system, we need some work for sure. We also need some players to just kind of catch fire at the right time, and it'll work. So for AAA, this is the end of the Texas League first half. We are 15 games back of Reno. So basically, we have no chance of catching anybody right now. So, Double A, we split the series 3 games apiece to Frisco, losing the last 2 games. We will play the San Antonio Missions coming up, and for the big club, we took 2 of 3 from Boston. We lost game 2 7-3. Jose A. Ferreira took the loss. Let's see how it went. So for Boston, Yoshida and Roman Anthony had doubles. Anthony had a triple. Yoshida, Kinder Falefa, Trevor Story. God damn. No wonder we lost. We gave up, 5 homers? Garrett Crochet goes 5, gives up 7 hits, 3 runs, walks 1, strikes out 3. He gets a no decision. Danny Columba goes an inning. He gives up nothing, 1 strikeout. Garrett Whitlock, an inning and 2/3, a hit, 2 walks, and a strikeout. Greg Wissert goes a third of an inning. And then Johan Oliva goes 2/3. Aroldis Chapman picks up the final out on a K, getting his 21st save. Give me 1 second. I will be back in just a second. All right, so for Seattle, Rob Refsnyder had a double. Nathan Lucas had a homer. He also had 2 RBIs. Mitch Garver had an RBI. Julio Rodriguez had a sac fly. Mitch Garver grounded into a double play, and Naylor stole a base. So Luis Castillo goes 6. He gives up 6 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned, and strikes out 5. Jose A. Ferreira goes 2/3 of the inning, gives up a hit, a run, and strikes out 1. He gets the loss, even though Casey Legamina goes an inning, gives up 3 hits, 3 runs. Eduardo Bazardo goes an inning and a third, gives up a hit, strikes out 1. So really, between Castillo and Legamina, that's where most of the damage came from. That's how Game 2 went. Game 3, we won 6-1. Bryce Miller gets his 10th victory of the year. Yoshida and Romy Gonzalez each had a double. Willier Abreu had a homer and an RBI. Trevor Story was hit by a pitch. Gonzalez and Rafaela each had fielding errors. Ranger Suarez goes an inning at 4 1/3 innings, gives up 7 hits, 4 runs, 3 of them earned, walked a guy, and struck out 6. Danny Columbi goes an inning and a third. Ryan Watson goes 2/3 of an inning, gives up 3 hits, 2 runs. Brian Bello, wow, goes an inning and 2/3, gives up 2 hits, walked 1 and struck out 1. Wow. So is he in the bullpen or is he start? That's a good question. That is a good question. I'm going to look into that. And for Seattle, J.P. Crawford and Josh Naylor had doubles. Cody Clemens had a triple. Crawford also had a homer, as did Brendan Donovan. Crawford had 2 RBIs. Donovan had 2. Clemens had 2. So that accounts for all 6 runs. Miller goes 6 1/3, 6 hits, 1 run, 7 Ks. Legumina goes 2/3 of an inning. Yimi Garcia goes an inning and 2/3, 1 walk. Jose A. Ferreira goes 1/3 of an inning. Combined night inning, 6 hits, 1 run. It was earned. That was given up by Miller. 1 walk and 7 Ks. Basically, Miller did the majority of the heavy lifting, and then the bullpen just came along and guided it to the end. So we take 2 of 3 from Boston. We are currently 46 and 33 as we get ready to travel to Pittsburgh, and then we will travel to Cleveland. Ryan Sloan will be making another pitching appearance. He will face Carmen Melevsky in Game 1. Game 2, Logan Gilbert and Paul Skeens. Although, honestly, if I'm gonna be completely honest, I would have loved for Bryce Miller to face, Paul Skeens. But, we'll take what we can get. And then Game 3, Jared Jones against George Kirby. So this should be an interesting 3-game series. We'll see if Ryan Sloan. We'll see how Sloan reacts. If it's still a little early to pull the trigger on sending him to AAA, or does it correct itself? We don't know. We have a 3-game series going into Cleveland. We will see Joey Cantillo, Parker Messick, and then Slade Sione in the 3-game series. So for us, it will be Castillo in Game 1, Miller in Game 2, and then undecided in Game 3. And then we have a 3-game series with the Angels to end the month of June. And that is pretty much it. Bill Knight was sent down from AAA to AA, citing poor performance. Lizardo Montes was called up, citing good performance. Also, probably considering Knight got sent down, they needed to call somebody up. Jared Sudstrom is going down to AA. They're citing poor performance. And Victor Lombarda is getting called up from AAA. So Montez and Lombarda are moving up to AAA. Oh. So Kyle Nichols is on his way up to the big club for the Reds. Jose Barrios has been released by the Blue Jays. That was done back on the 22nd of this month. So Bill Knight, and Jared Sudstrom are now in AA. Lizardo Montez and Victor Lombarda are in AAA. So, yeah, should be interesting. And not at all creepy. All right, so that is it. We will be starting a 3-game series against the Pirates, which we will be getting into because, frankly, I want to see what Paul Skeens is about. So we're sitting at 46 wins at this point. We have a 6.5 game lead over the Rangers at 46-33. 8.5 over the Angels, 9.5 over the Astros, and 16.5 over the Phillies. I mean, Athletics. Oh, God. Right now, we are projected to win 91. We're projected to win the division easily. We're projected to win it by 8 games. So, that's good. All right, so before we wrap up here, the Central, the Twins, 7 games up on the White Sox, 7.5 on the Royals, 8.5 on the Tigers, and 12 on the Guardians. In the East, the Yankees are 4 games up on the Rays, 6.5 on the Orioles, 8.5 on the Red Sox, and 9 on the Blue Jays. Wild card, Rays, Orioles, and Rangers would be the wild card teams. White Sox are in that tiebreaker role. Royals are a half game out from the 3 seed, which, as I've learned, is pretty critical. So in the East, the Braves are 2.5 up on the Mets, 5.5 on the Phillies, 9 on the Marlins, and 10 on the Nationals. In the Central, Cubs have a 6.5 game lead on the Pirates, 14 on the Brewers, 16.5 on the Cardinals, and 19.5 on the Reds. The Cubs and Pirates are the only 2 teams in the Central right now that are at or above 500. Brewers threatening, and the Cardinals are, well, they're weakly flapping their wings. And in the West, okay, in the West, the Dodgers have first place, no surprise, but it's only a 6.5 game lead. I say only because, well, it had been a lot higher. They are 2-8 in their last 10, so that might be it. The Padres are 8 games back, Giants 11.5, and then the Rockies are pulling up the sad wheel at 29 games back. In the wild card, it is the Pirates, Diamondbacks, and Mets, with the Padres a half game back. And that is it. Like I said, we will be back with some more MLB The Show. We have a 3-game series with the Pirates coming up, and we will get into that. We have that series coming up, and then we have a 3-game series against Cleveland before we wrap up the end of the month against the Angels, which, well, frankly, I'll be doing that, and then kind of covering how everything's going for the month of June. So until next time, we'll see you guys later. We will be back with some more baseball here on MLB The Show. Until then, I will see you guys later. Y'all have a great day.